We have a toga party.
Well, yeah, Blog Talk is quite yeah. It doesn't like anybody, is it? Let me get Dave. What do you think about Mosh Pit's poem?
I think it is timely. It's real timely. You know, I don't know what line it says in here. I'm not going to try and hunt it down, but you know, we need to start respecting each other's opinions. You know, that hasn't been done at all, and you know, and that is you know, juxtaposed in a lot of political policy and stuff, and who voted for whom and all that crap. And you know, we have to take stake of what we're getting upset about. You know, people have to start thinking more for themselves. And if something doesn't seem right, it's not right. And if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it is a duck. You know, I don't need some yo-yo to tell me, oh, that's not really a duck. The hell it isn't. And you know, this recurring message in this poem about being kind to each other. That's what we need to do. We don't need to you know, just be at loggerheads with each other. You know, that's not cool. And it's a lot easier to be nice to somebody than it is to be shitty. You know, it really is. And you know, I enjoy talking to people. You know, I talk to a total stranger in the supermarket. I do it all the time. People probably think I'm nuts, but you know, I smile. You know, if they can see it through my mask, I think they can. My eyes twinkle a little bit when I do, but you know, that's. I thought it had a really good message in it, and I really appreciated it and was positive. So that's my 2 cents.
Wonderful. Boo, did you get to read Mosh Pit's poem or no? It's okay. Let me see what we got. Let me go, Wayne, can you go grab Dave's poem? Dave's poem, the second one.
Yeah, the second one.
You'll know which one it is by the name. It's got a particular person's name in it.
Oh, okay.
Hint, nudge.
Yeah.
I see Dave's Woman in the Skies.
Go further down. You'll see it. You'll see a person's name in it.
Yeah, it's down at the bottom of the list, I think. Close
yeah,
to
you got it right there. Yeah, I do see it. There it is. We're going to take it over to the topic board here. There she is.
There she is. Okay. Well, I had to do this because Boo and I have been friends for a long time, and she is an exceptional woman. She is one of the best women I've ever met in my life, and she's loyal. That's what I like about Boo. She's loyal. She'll stand beside you. You know, if you don't take pot shots at her, she's right there for you. You know, and she stood beside me on some of this witch hunt horse shit that was going on. You know, a few years back, and I never forgot it. You know, that stuff's not lost on me. So anyway, I was just she sends me all these really cool profile pics, and so I got to looking at it, and I thought, yeah, I had to write something about her, you know, and so I took both our pictures and stuck them together in Photoshop, and I thought it came out kind of cool. So anyway, this is just my little. Yeah, so this is my little rhyme to our fearless leader here, and it's called Milady Boo. She's my friend, she's my pal, she's the one that makes me smile. We call her Miss Lil Boo, the Iron Lady through and through. Sweetest heart loves to anoint, her love that she appoints holds him inside her heart. You shall speak to her in respectful tones, lest we gather up thy bones, blown asunder from her 20-millimeter wonder. Depleted uranium penetrators she fires from her no-bullshit Vulcan soul's thunder. 21st century woman with a Viking's heart, she loves with the edge of the sword. Graduate of Dark Mother School of Black Arts, she's been in every enchanted dark fjord. You're approaching the fields of Miss Lilboo. I'd turn back if I were you. Only if your heart holds no malcontent will she tolerate your unilateral descent. She makes me laugh. She could make me cry. Easily makes me sigh with her laughter, the way she tries. Her words contain no snake oil because she is so absolutely loyal. Make thee no attempts to stalk her. Her protectors in these times that are and those that were. For I am one of the many. I pledge my troth to thee, milady, your forever smile, those limitless eyes. End of poem.
This is adorable, man. This is just freaking awesome. Yeah, Boo is a special lady to all of us. She has touched so many people's lives and has been such a powerful anchor in so many of our lives and has done so much great stuff for us and stood behind us. I know that I couldn't be here without her. She stood behind me. She helped me through dark times, and she's been my friend through for quite a long time now, and I wouldn't have replaced that time for the world, Boo. Thank you for all you do. Wonderful.
That's right.
Wayne, tell us about how you tell us about this. An excellent job. Excellent job, Dave. We're very about not mentioning the poem.
Everything is mentioned in this poem is definitely true. You did a great job, Dave. Everything's true. And Boo is a special person. She's the reason I'm here on the site. She talked to me about 4 years ago when I was getting ready to leave and encouraged me, and I stayed, and just because of her. She's a wonderful lady. I know. She's great. I'm with you all the way. Boo is wonderful.
All right.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, Thank
you. Okay.
Yeah, this is just a brilliant dedication through and through, and wonderful job with that, Dave. Mocha, what do you think about this?
Oh, I love it. It very much captures Boo. Ye shall speak to her in respectful tones, like you goddamn right, you will.
Damn right. You bet your ass you will. Yeah, that's it.
21st century woman with a Viking heart, she loves with the edge of the sword. Oh, I love that line. I really love that line. It's so very Boo. It's a perfect dedication slash it's almost like a kind of revelrous in a way. It's like you're announcing her in a way. It's like, you know how they used to sing these songs about great warriors and people, those old folk songs. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Like you're singing one of those dedication songs about Boo the Great, you know?
Yeah, that's right. You know, I talk about her every now and then on Facebook, and so I had a picture of her and I posted it there, and I said, this is the gal that I've been talking about here lately, and her name's, we call her Miss Little Boo, and so that's kind of where the idea for this poem came from. I also posted this poem on my Facebook page, so it's sitting out there in media for all to see.
Aww. The number one way to show your affection for somebody, you post them.
All right. Now we got to hear it from the 21st century woman with a Viking heart. Boo, mic's yours.
Oh, so flattered, Dave, and so grateful. Thank you. My cheeks are burning because, you know, I'm just like I don't even know. I'm here because I love hanging out with everybody here. I love poetry and all of you, and then just for me, it's just a natural thing to do. But that I can touch you in so many ways. I was honored. I'm flattered taken aback, surprised, the whole nine, and I'm so grateful. I love the whole thing. I love the picture, how you put it together. It's really cute. I love that too, 21st century woman with a Viking's heart. That's probably my favorite line. And I like that you don't bullshit, and I try not to bullshit. So we're both like hate the bullshit. Yeah. So that's kind of really good. And I'm loyal to my friends that are loyal to me. I'll take a bullet for you if you'll take a bullet for me. And there's a lot of people who talk the talk but don't walk the walk. When I actually mean it. So,
I know you do.
So, and I just want to say thanks so much, Dave. I love it. I saved it and I pinned it and I nominated it too. Great job.
Oh, good. Cool. Well, yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
Boo doesn't do anything half-ass either. That's the thing.
I know it.
Damn right.
That's no shit.
Some people find this. Some people like this. Some people don't. But yeah, it's true.
I like it.
I like it. It's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job, Dave. Congratulations, Boo, on that wonderful poem. Wayne, can you go grab Lotus Tassel's poem, Cheering Up? And we're going to go ahead and have Mocha read it, if that's okay.
Sure.
Oh, Boo, you? Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you're going to read Cheering Up.
I find it.
Wait, Boo.
I didn't hear Roz say something about Dave's poem.
Oh, Raz isn't here yet, Boo. He's not here yet.
Oh, I'm tripping. Okay. Sorry.
Hey, Dave.
No wonder I didn't hear him.
When did you make that picture, Dave?
Huh?
When was that picture taken of you? The picture on the
When was it taken?
Yeah, how old was you? Was that recently?
No.
Yeah.
I got a friend who looks exactly like you. I swear, he plays the guitar and he rides a motorcycle. And he looks just like you. I swear to God.
Well, that's me.
He's not crazier than you are. He's a lot crazier than you are. But that looks just like you.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
That's the format, JT. Come to the board.
Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Wayne.
All right. Mocha, the mic is yours.
Okay. This poem is called Cheering Up by Lotus Tassel. No healer you can get like that of time. It'll bequeath to your poem rosy rhyme. No matter how low you feel in your strife, God always sends auras reviving your life. From this planet only the body steps out, not the eternal souls or their love turn out. The winks fossilize within as memories, etched silvery arts for life's private galleries. In vespers how the departing rays of the sun quietly reside in moonlight in the long run. Sprinkle your lush love to those around you. With residual hues, paint the canvas anew. Through this poem, I'm venting my vibes. Procure the elixirs it silently prescribes. The abundances in nature will fill you up, ready to embrace the sunny makeup. End poem.
Great poem. This was another poem for our contest right here, and this was another one of the finalists. We wish we could have given more medals to everybody because there were such great poems with just brilliant messages, and this was another one of those messages that we at La COSA Nostra love. Bringing people up, lifting them up, building them up, making them better people. That's what La COSA Nostra is about. That's what we try to do. That's what we try to accomplish here. We want people to be strong. We want people to be to take care of themselves, but at the same time, we're there to take care of them when they are at their weakest. And I think that this is such a wonderful, wonderful piece. And I love this. Wayne, go ahead and you get first comment.
All right. I think it's a wonderful motivational poem. She had a great message here. She said it in a wonderful way. And I think the best line of the whole poem is she said, sprinkle your lush love to those around you. That's what we need to be doing, is just giving the love out to people and just showing them how much we care about them. It's a great poem, and she did a wonderful job with it. And I was thinking that maybe she was with her name. I thought maybe she's from another country or something, but she rhymed perfectly in this poem all the way through. It's a great write and a good message. I liked it.
Excellent comment. Mocha, what do you think?
Oh, I think this is really nice. It's very motivational, like Wayne said. And it does, I didn't know that this was a contest entry for the LCN anniversary, but it makes sense. It makes complete sense when you apply it to LCN, because it is that kind of group. It is filled with these kinds of people that bequeath to your poems rosy rhymes, you know. I think my favorite line might have been, the winks fossilized within us memories, etch silvery art for life's private galleries. I love that, because when you do look at things from sort of a very zoomed out perspective, a very big picture perspective, all the things that we agonize over our entire lives are just like a wink in time. And really and truly, it's sort of the experience that lasts with you. You know, you remember things more by emotion or more by primal reactions to it, like sensory things, for example, a smell, than you remember specific things or specific points in time. You always sort of remember a vague gist of it, but that vague gist is always followed up with emotional meaning attached to it, and that's really what cements your memories. And so, that being said, even though all of the interactions that people on La Cosa Nostra have are brief and sort of over a distance, they are very emotionally impactful, meaning that they do last just as long as memories made in person.
Wonderful comment. Dave, what do you think?
I like this, and I agree with what Mocha said about it. By the way, you did an excellent job of reading it. Very articulate. I really liked the way you read it. It was, all the emphasis was in all the right spots.
Thank
anyway, you're welcome. And it is about this group, La Cosa Nostra. It is a you feel like you're part of a big family, not a crime syndicate, but just a big family that loves everybody. I could walk up and hug anybody in the group and not feel weird about it, because it's just, it makes you feel that way. And I notice more and more people these days are talking about, trying to get the world back on track and stop all this rioting and looting and stealing and beating people up and all this other bullshit, and we got to get past this stuff, and so I'm really optimistic when I see people titling their poems "Cheering Up," and we have to be reminded basically of what makes us happy all over again, because somehow that got lost in the playbook on that got lost and burnt up someplace. And, so I thought this poem was really well written, extremely well written. And I like the way she put everything and lined it all back up again. It's like a game plan or something, But, it was really, really a nice poem. Really a nice poem.
What an amazing comment. No, if you guys don't like La Cosa Nostra, we're going to send you to the woods camping with Wayne, okay?
That'd be fun.
In the same sleeping bag.
No. Hey, Boo, what do you think about this poem?
I love this poem. This poem is so good. I mean, first of all, look at the J. It's boxy, which I love. No lines, all nice and neat. But the wording is incredible. The language is amazing. I've never even heard of just the whole thing. The first time I'll bequeath to your poem, Rosy Rhyme, feel your stress. Oh my gosh, it's so good, so spiritual. Like this person is. In Vespers, how the parting rays of sun quietly reside in moonlight in the long run. It's amazing. Look how many contests it's won, too. I can see why. Through this poem, I'm venting my vibes. Procure the elixir silently prescribed. Like for a lot of us, poetry is therapy, and the people here are therapy. I think that's what a lot of what she's saying. Beautiful job. This should, if this could get a gold, I would have given this one, too. Really, really good.
Yeah, we dealt with so many incredible poems in this contest. I wish we could have given more out. It was so difficult. Wayne, if you could do me a favor and go grab Rob's poem.
Rob's poem, I can do that.
Yeah,
boy, let me
Boo
take
put
a
it
sip
way
of coffee.
way at the bottom, way at the bottom.
I've already got it. Okay, across the street.
You're going to do a Rob's poem. I need, like, all of my attention. All my
yeah. This is a good one. This one you can
right, here we go.
It's not too difficult.
Rob writes things on advanced level all the time. There is no
Yeah, really.
The moon moves the ocean. Hope moves me. I wake up each morning, my mind wrapped around her body, spiraling in an unbreakable circuit, round and round, bound by terminal planetary rings, orbiting around closed-eye film trailers of her, moving through sleep's ghostly shadows, from my pillow crawling up the wall onto the ceiling, before dropping onto and into me.
I'm replaying this with a better version, so here we go.
Hope moves me.
Okay.
I wake up each morning, my mind wrapped around her body, spiraling in an unbreakable circuit, round and round, bound by terminal planetary rings, orbiting around closed-eye film trailers of her, moving through sleep's ghostly shadows, from my pillow crawling up the wall onto the ceiling, before dropping onto and into me. Watching a candlelight burning in a lighthouse lantern gallery, the flickering flame, lost to the vast ocean, shines brighter in my bijou room than the booming ship-seeking torch, striding through darkness in full bloom. Morning light reflecting from strand to cave, shades of sea foam glimmering, dancing on the walls, along with the sharp silver glints of abalone shell calls, jellyfish breaking through alabaster spume waves, while the ocean orchestra bellows her name. In and out as the tide marches against the shore, under the eye of a soft, sane sunrise, to the strokes of a setting Stella d'Oro sunset, the waning and the waxing, new through to full, the moonlight and brightness of day, shine her name. Under the starlit ceiling, I swim in harp-string lullabies, swaying across the sky, diving into the oceans where saints go to die. In the ocean of time, life is better when I close my eyes. Unimars, espoir, un traverse, l'océan. Unimars, esperonech, ou traverse la terre.
The words at the bottom, a great hope has crossed the earth. A great hope has crossed my fear. Oh, man, this is absolutely brilliant. And I think that he's the king of metaphors here, and it's a very, very sensual poem. There's a lot to this in fantasy and the feel behind it and the emotions put within it. I could go further and further into this because, but I didn't know this was going to be sensual night. I don't know, but it is Saturday night, folks. There you go. Yeah, and we all need a little touch of sensuality here. All right, Dave, what do you think about this one?
Oh man, well you could tell who he's got in mind. Anyhow, that's all right. That's cool. I can dig it. Yeah, I can dig it. And I love the storyline. Rob is really a good storyteller. Amongst other things, he's a great poet anyhow, and he's intelligent, and he likes to mix all of that stuff up and put it into a storyline, and that's what he's done here. And, talking about being on a ship, and you can, he pulls you right on board in this ship. I got a kind of an impression that it was like a big freighter or something, great big thing, and dark and kind of dingy, and he's thinking about this lady that he knows, and and he's imagining spending time with her, and so he's he could be scribbling this on the wall of the ship with a piece of chalk or something. I kind of get that impression from this, and I really, really liked it. Watch candlelight burning in a lighthouse, lantern gallery. The flickering flame lost through the vast ocean shines brighter in my bijou room than the booming ship-seeking torch striding through darkness in full bloom. If a ship doesn't stride through the darkness in full bloom, I don't know what does. It's a pretty good-sized unit, and he captures all of this stuff really well. And so I was just in the process of commenting on this. Really well done. I liked it a lot.
And Wayne, what do you think?
I think it's wonderful. He went from talking about planetary rings and being unbreakable, and then he went to the Candle Lighthouse. It was just another great little section he had there. And he moved on to the cave and out in the water, and all the things about the water and the seashells and all that, and it was just beautiful all the way through. He went place to place, and every one of them was gorgeous. And I know he's talking about too, but I thought I talked like it to her too, but I'm not quite as wordy. So this is a great poem. I loved it a whole lot. Very sensual. I liked it.
Wonderful comment there. And Mocha.
Oh, of course. I think this is beautiful and masterfully written. Rob is always the greatest at, technicalities of writing. So I'm not even going to study that. But the story, I like that Dave brought up the story, because the story that I got was slightly different. It kind of vaguely reminds me of what I had in mind when I wrote Insomniac Daydreams, which is so I have this image of him. I wake up each morning, my mind wrapped around your body. It's
no.
Waking up and the thing that you were dreaming about is not actually there, and so you start doing this sort of waking dream thing where you, because you miss or you long for this person so much, it's like your mind can't help but play out the rest of that dream that you were having of them while you're still awake. And so the whole scene with the morning light reflecting from Strand to Cave and the sea foam and all that, that is sort of like his fantasy, like his wishful thinking, his daydreaming of her. And they're in this place that he's created just for them and doing all the things that he wants to do. Clearly. But yeah, this is a very beautifully told story. I love when he does vignettes too, because he's so good at setting them up scene by scene, so that you get this very clear image with each slide of the vignette. That's a better way to say it. I think this is really beautifully done. A wonderful dedication, and I love the addition of the French at the end and how he changed the quote from something that was perhaps a little bit darker before, because the original thing was apparently a great hope has crossed my fear, and he changed it to immense hope crossed the earth, which is a lot more positive than what it originally was.
Excellent comment. And Boo, you're going to get the last comment on this. If Wayne, if you can go grab Linda MB's poem, and we're going to have Boo read that after she comments.
I think Mocha's the only one that noticed that line that was changed. That's pretty cool, Mocha. Yeah, this is amazing. And what woman wouldn't want this poem written about them? I mean, the wording alone is just, the first line is just fucking incredible. My mind wrapped around your body. I was sold right there. That's all you needed to write. And the whole thing is so beautifully written and flattering and gorgeous and just like, whoa. And I do, too, like the vignette, how he wrote it there. And it's just every time I've read it 1,000 times, I know it by heart. I could probably recite it for you. It's just incredible. And I was like, can't be talking about me. Like, wow, I'm the luckiest girl on earth. Like, holy shit. Every time I read it, it's just beautiful. Thank you.
Precious Boo.
All right.
Swear to God.
Boo, you got some stalking. You got some stalking to do on this next person. Because she ended up getting an HM in our contest. So if you can go ahead and read Linda MB's poem here.
We got to get her in the booth? We got to get her in the booth? Oh, okay. Let's try to stalk her. Put her on my list. Okay. Oh, I do love this poem. Okay, because it's our thing, from Linda MB. Is writing poetry no longer thrilling, that it can be changed if you are willing? Is it creative impasse by too long sitting on your ass? Art. Is no one there to read your scribing, a lack of interest in your reciting? It's tempting to decide to stop, to give it up, chuck the lot. It can be lonely as a poet when any minute you could blow it, incur disdain, contempt unfettered from those who think they have you bettered. Congratulations on your spine, the one you grew with every rhyme, the one that you stiffened with free verse that helped you break the winter's curse. I am your friend, you just don't know me. I read your poems because they're free. I'll get much more from you than you would think, and you'll never hear me say they stink in poem.
I love this. It's so cheeky, it's so cute, it's so definitely real. It's in your face. Linda MB is from Australia. This shows how international all of this is, especially with our podcast, reaching over 90 nations around the world. I mean, it's brilliant, you know. In the top 5 nations, you know, we got one from Asia, one from a couple from North America, one from Europe, and one from South America. So, you know, we're everywhere, and we just love this fingerprint. Everybody out there in the listening audience is our family, and we're so glad to have them. And this was just brilliant poem. I loved it. Before I get more comments, hey, Silk, how's it going, brother?
Hey, it's going good. Hey, everybody.
Silky, hello.
Wayne.
Silk with the good milk.
What's up, Silk? Who else is on here? Is that Mocha?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Mocha.
Okay. Sweet. Hey, everybody.
And we got Dave as well. So.
Oh, and Dave. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Silk. How are you?
Got everybody but one person, so I was doing good there.
And let me get, okay, we're going to get comments for Linda here. Mocha, what do you think about this poem?
Oh, I love this poem. I've actually read it already and commented because, honestly, the first time I read it, and like I said in my comments, it was so perfect because this perfectly described my exact experience before I joined the COSA Nostra. Writing was not thrilling. I was literally on the verge of just quitting. I was just going to be like, you know what, let's just stop trying to do this. I mean, I'll scribble things down in a notebook, but at this point, yeah, I was actually genuinely at the point where I was like, over it. I had a lot of things that had happened to me in the last couple of months. My grandfather had passed. I had ended a really long relationship around the same time. My grandmother had dementia. It was this whole thing, and I was just feeling so extremely dejected at the point in time. And then I applied to LPN just for the shit of it, and I got in, and I tuned into Our House one day, and I heard, I think everybody on the line right now had a poem up on Our House, and I was just like, wow, this is so new. Like, this is so different from the old poetry that I experienced before when I had just joined. And suddenly I felt like writing again and, you know, being involved in everything on All Poetry. I think this is the most involved I've ever been in anything on All Poetry. So there's that. And the poem just told that whole story, and it made it cute, and it made it rhyme, and I can't rhyme. So that's extra points from me.
Wonderful. And Dave, of course, we're going to let you, since you're giggling away back there.
This put a smile on my face. I've never heard of this gal before, but I'm going to follow her, and this is cool. I don't know what it is about Australia, but they sure have their share of great poets, you know. They really do. Anyhow, is writing poetry no longer thrilling? That can be changed if you are willing. Is it a creative impasse by too long sitting on your arse? Yeah, sometimes it is, you know. But, you know, Mocha hit it on the head. Sometimes you need to make a major change to get you out of the doldrums and start writing again, you know. And you know, being in two writing groups, or three writing groups that I'm in, I get, you know, I get this inspiration. It rubs off on me from these three groups and all of the, you know, power writers that we have in our group and the other two. And, you know, it's amazing. And being on these talk shows like this, it makes you think about this poem, and you're forced to comment about it, you know, so you kind of analyze it in a different light rather than just reading it. And there's a lot of times, you know, there's a lot of different ways of interpreting a poem, you know, and you know, it's like kind of like reading mathematics. I mean, you can read it and get one idea one way, and then somebody else, you know, you can read something else that they said, and then you pick up something different from that. And, you know, it's kind of like that in a way, but it's a lot more fun than math. So anyway, this made me laugh. I thought it was really well done and lighthearted. And here again, we have another input of, you know, making us feel good. So, you know, I don't think we can have enough of that these days. Anyway, it's a wonderful poem, and I loved it. So that's what I think about it.
And Wayne.
Yes, you know, Linda's a great person. She's read a lot. She's read many of my poems and commented on them. And I thought for a while she was just probably reading my poems only. So she's so personal, and she's a great commentator, and she's like a close friend when you leave comments back and forth. I thought she was just reading my poems only. Now I find out she's reading a lot of them. I was in love with her. So anyway, she speaks a lot of truth in this poem, and everybody knows about the writing problems everybody has, and it's a great poem. But and Linda's a wonderful person. I think she's one of the best people I've met in a long time. Great job.
And Boo, you read it. What do you think?
I think she's not even really in the group yet. Shows a lot of heart, and I mean, I think anybody who wrote who's not in the group, and she actually dedicated to us, is really cool. I can be as lonely as a poet when any minute you could blow it. Unfettered for those who think they have you bettered. That right there says a lot about the poem. I think in her, I think it's so cool, and a lot about the attitude that we have, because if you're going to worry about what everybody thinks about you and your poetry, you're never going to get free. So I think it's really cute. And now she's number one on my stalking list. Hold on.
Awesome.
Good.
We got someone. Boo needs someone to stalk every once in a while. All right. Now I guess I'm gonna put. Hey, Self, did you end up reading that poem?
I did, and I've read a little bit of Linda's stuff before. I know she likes to write a lot of sensual and jumps in a lot of sensual contests, and I've bumped into her a few times in a few of them in another group, and she does. And Wayne's right; she always leaves such great comments, and she seems so personable. I don't know her personally, but I have spoken back and forth over comments, and this is a lovely tribute too. Even if I think she could, even if she's on the group, you could also take that to any good group. Could help you stand strong and support you and just keep your interest going by just by holding you up and giving you the support you need. And to me, I really like that. It could be lonely as a poet. When any minute you could blow it. Encouraged to stay in contempt unfettered from those who think they have you bettered. And yeah, I mean, some people give you criticism, and I always, if someone gives me criticism, I always think about it. I think that helps me grow as a poet. But some people can be total ass clowns, and they try to come at you and just try to hammer you and act like they're better than you, and it's just like, oh no. But I mean, if it's given in a good way, I always like a little bit of criticism, even if I don't agree with it. I think about it.
Excellent comment there, Silk. I couldn't agree more. There's just too many ass clowns out there. I agree with that.
Well, that's for damn sure.
All right. Well, the boss has spoken, so she has laid down the gauntlet. She is next. All right, Boo.
Only because I heard the other one. Okay. This called Smile Leads to Denial. My mind is a castle caught up within clouds, dreaming of fairy tales and nights of a prince with a crown. All that glitters is not gold. My first kiss will break the spell, making wishes on all the pennies I've thrown down the well. I'm a princess in a tower. I've been waiting for the day when the walls around me crumble. Will my hero come my way? But my castle in the clouds isn't real. It's make-believe. This hero doesn't exist. It's my heart-owned cold reprieve. So I will climb down from the tower with my own bare hands and feet. I will wrestle every dragon until I set myself free. I will bleed and I'll break a few of my bones, and in the leaves of the trees I'll make a new home. With the birds in the sky and the grass of the earth, because I don't need a man to show me my worth. End poem.
This is an empowerment poem if I ever heard it. You go, girl.
No shit.
That's all I can say. Boo's always into that women empowerment. I love it because there's nothing like a good, strong woman. And talking about good, strong women, let's go to the phone lines and say hello to Chi. Hey, Chi.
Mama Chi.
Hey,
Chi.
I got to get used to this late night stuff. I absolutely fell asleep. I got to get my balance back.
It's okay, girl. It's okay. You come in when Boo's reading a woman empowerment poem, and you just and there you are. That's all I'm saying, because this is such an amazing poem, Boo. I love everything you did about this, and especially that ending, because we do need to find worth in ourselves, and women. You do not need a man to define you. You're defined in yourself. You're beautiful in yourself. If a man's going to put so much pressure on you that bottom line is you feel that they're your only definition, then that man is not worth it. They should be treating you like a treasure, like someone who is absolutely incredible, and they should not be getting in your way, and they should not be holding you down. So I think that, Boo, you did a fantastic job on this. I absolutely love it. So let me get some comments. And I'm going to hold off on the late comments on this one. We're going to get the men here. Let's see what they have to say. Silk, what do you think on this one?
No, I dug it, and I think anybody who reads my poetry knows I'm always a sucker for a strong woman, and I do the same thing. I've had a few friends along the way on AP that I've actually kind of counseled and told, hey, you don't that I've ran into with having guy problems. I tell, hey, you don't need to get your shit straight. Don't worry about the guy. Just get your shit straight and then worry about it, and then don't let some guy get you all down. Because I've ran into a few that have been a little bit like that. But no, I thought this was a great message of self-empowerment. I couldn't agree more. And I'll get some guys who don't like strong women. I always like the woman who can take the lead a little bit now and then and do her own thing and be cool like that, And I really like this one stanza. Where was it? I will bleed and I'll break a few of my bones, and in the leaves of the trees I'll make my new home. I really love that stanza in particular, and just a great read too.
What a wonderful comment. Dave, I know you got something to say about this.
Oh boy, you damn right I do. This has got a Boo brand right square in the middle of it, and I dig it. It's any man that puts a woman down to make himself feel good is not at home with his own sexuality. That's all I can say about that. That's no shit. I mean, I almost got into a fist fight with a shithead down at the drag strip one time. He was telling me that women shouldn't be drag racing, and I said, well, maybe you haven't been keeping up on current events. But I said, I just got my ass kicked in Super Pro over there by a woman driver, and she really dusted me, And I used to do personal training with women, and I got the opportunity and the to talk to gals and see what they were all about, and they have a very unique way of viewing things, and not like a lot of men think. Men have the totally wrong idea about the way gals think. They're practical, and they're willing to try things. If you don't act like an ass around them, and so I learned all that stuff about the gals, and I don't have a problem with gals threatening my sexuality at all. I love being around them. In fact, I think I have more women friends than I do men, and that's beyond the obvious reasons. But this is a great poem, and so I'll climb down from my tower with my own bare hands and feet, and I will wrestle every dragon until I set myself free. God, Boo, your poetry just it gets exponentially better with each poem that you write. Your improvement improves at the square of how many poems you write. I just think it's great, and and you make me laugh, and I just love being around you. So this was a great poem. This is a great poem. I think I'm going to put this one on my page. My fave.
Awesome. Wayne.
Yes. I think it's absolutely wonderful. Boo can kick butt, and I'm on her side. Well, I hope so. One day be a prince with a crown, and I can ride my white horse up to her, and she can save me. Because God knows I need to be saved. Yeah. You're my hero.
You do, Wayne. You do.
You're my hero, and carry me away. You're my hero.
All right. Now let's hear from one of our strong women out there. Mocha, what do you think about that?
I love this poem. Obviously, I was going to pout if you didn't let me comment on it. It kind of reminds me of this song from The Killers, When You Were Young. I don't know if anybody knows the lyrics to it, but it gives me that same vibe. Strong princesses save themselves. God damn it, we don't need you to climb our towers. We'll climb down ourselves, and we don't care if we get hurt because our freedom is worth more than a scar or two. And I love Boo so much for always being that that person, that sort of role model, for lack of a better term, for all of us. I mean, she's our fearless leader, so she kind of has to be. But this is also just who she is, you know? Like, she doesn't have to put on a character to be this person. She just exists, and she is this. And it's great to be led by that. And I have zero problem, you know, submitting to it because she knows what she's about, you know, and she knows what she wants. She knows what where she wants to go, where she wants the group, and where she wants all of her loved ones to be at the end of the day. And she's strong enough to make it happen, to push them forward. Thank you so much.
Great. Beautiful comment. And Chi, you get the last comment on this.
Okay. Well, you did an excellent job. I got a chance to come in just as you were finishing half of your point. Some of the things that I did basically uncover would go all the way back to the chromosomes of biology. And we have the androgynous women. Now, when you go into biology, and I asked the gentleman about it who was on my Facebook page, and he's a scientist, and we had an open session on the Facebook page, and I said who was first, because I had read some information about it, and for a long time the androgynous were women who had both male and female organs with breasts, and they were considered the chromosome of the X. And then there were the male. So that actually answers the question of what came first, the chicken or the egg. Basically, it was the chicken. The females are the older of the human race in the beginning stages of man. Despite what the Adam and Eve situation is explaining as far as what science has found, the oldest bones that have ever been found, 75,000 years old, was a woman. Not taking anything away from the beauty and the gift that a man is. I understand that we have people in the holy cause of the Jewish who explain the slavery and the things that they've been through, and then we have the African-American race explaining this, that, and the other. But if we go further back in time of the human race, we find out that the oldest form of slavery in caveman syndrome was actually the female. She was forced into the cave and made to stay against her will. She got comfortable with the psychology of the strength of the man, and then later on, the matrimony began. If you unfold some of the covers of the Gnostics, you find that in there, man asked for marriage. It wasn't the beginning stages, because you see, when we take away the flesh, we only have the spirit left, and there's no male or female in the sector of the spirit that actually encases the body. Beyond earth, we as spirits are equal when we go back to the most common denominator. But the complement that we have of strength as males and female, we complement each other as a whole. But the equality, because men have been stronger, have set the pace on this planet because of their strength to dominate. Their mindset was very much forceful. But there's a part
Wonderful.
where we have to understand that who carried whose books home from school in the beginning. It was the men who carried the work. We were able to dominate in some ways mentally, but a man is stronger physically. But the strength of the physical and the mental have a great combination, you see, when it comes to this earth. We complement each other. But we need to realize the value of each other equally and stand side by side, shoulder to shoulder. That was a great point.
Wonderful. Wonderful comment.
Thank you so much.
Now,
Thank you.
I want to say hello to Robert on the board. I also want to say hello to another strong woman out there, Angel, who's on the board. We'll get both of you read, and a couple other strong women. Hello, Boston. Hey, B, how you doing?
Good evening.
Hello, gals.
You're kind of quiet, B.
She just said,
give
she's
another
a call back connection.
Yep.
Yeah, she had trouble last night.
All right.
On Deb's show.
Well, we do have another strong woman, though. We do have another strong woman on the line. Hello, Selwa.
Hello.
There she is.
Hello.
Hey, Selwa.
Hello.
I can't believe it. She is back. Hello, Chi. Finally, you're back. And hello, everyone on the board. And hello. I'm gonna. Okay. Quiet. Thank you for this warm welcoming.
Awesome. And like I said, I want to remind everyone once again, tomorrow is Open Poetry with me and Boo. Do not miss that. We'll have some incredible poetry. Salwa, were you able to read Boo's poem?
Unfortunately not, but I will. Didn't know it was Boo. I didn't know. I thought it was she, actually, poem. I didn't know. I just heard that she's talking, so I didn't know. Let me know. I'm sorry, Boo. I will read it. Which poem is it? What is? It's on the list?
It is called Curtain Falls as the End Draws.
Okay. I definitely would read it and
No,
comment
Jay,
on it.
Sorry,
Boo. Sorry, Boo.
That's not it.
That's not it. I'll send it to you.
Smile leads to denial.
Oh, yeah. Boo switched up on me. I forgot. Boo switched up on me.
I'll find it. Maybe I did comment on it. Or no, maybe something new. I'm sure it's new.
It was the one with that adamant on the front of it. Okay, now we got to wait for my... there you... Boston, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
We can hear you. All right.
Okay,
we're good right there.
Yay.
And also going to remind everybody that we have a sign-up for our collaboration challenge. What you do is you sign up, and you're going to randomly be picked a partner to write a collaboration with. This is a great team-building event here, guys. We've run it one time before. The sign-ups go until, I think, the 10th. Is that right, Boo? Yeah, it ends the 10th. So if you haven't signed up already, give it a go, and we're going to absolutely kill it.
So where do I sign up at? I love that kind of stuff.
I think you already did, Chi. I think you did. I think I saw your name on there.
Yeah, you did, Chi.
I love that.
Yep, you are there. And let me tell you what, the two winners of the collaboration contest will win a gold membership. And we've given them 2 gold memberships to each person.
Cool. If you already have a gold, you can donate to somebody who you want to give it to, if you already have one.
And here we go, folks. Let me see where I want to go from here. And as a matter of fact, let's do that this way. Grab my poem, Wayne. I'm going to go ahead and play my audio for that. Okay?
Yep.
And let me get that. There it is right there. All right. Here we go.
Garnet Wind by JCA. Maya monster mushed through the pit, 2 hands, the rifle, the haunted spit. Skyward grackles torment, never fit. Screams the brain, the shattered flit. Wings weighed down in the bulrush sand, and the expectations. See the death! Voices slice the wind, radiation vibrato, plucking the flight feathers, scraping the knees. No ballast in the flying, tendrils that capture, shackle to the FOG. Lapis skies turn, the battleship gray. Stars dim, the onyx night, no light from the pearl moon. Breezes rip the Arctic kiss, drums echo the swan songs, kaleidoscope runways burst, thunder, no clouds. Field of garnet irises, eye set in the skies, animals with wings. Butterflies, the bats, the blue jays, honeysuckle hummingbird, seeds planted, the feathers. Canadian geese in the V, migration to poppy fields. Wisteria blossoms breathe the candy apple scents. Tap the rungs leaving earth, climb the barn door pigeon loft, tiptoe the mountain peaks, coast jets over the ocean crests. Feet on the beaches of gardenias, palms sway on the boardwalk trail, dahlia blooms before the wings. Garnet wind has set my sail.
Wow. That's amazing. The music is perfect in the background for that. That's beautiful. The picture is amazing.
Yeah.
Shoot, I have to read this again before I give you a better comment. But, Mocha, what do you think?
Me?
About that?
Oh, gosh. You want to go first? I think I just went on a journey. I'm not 100% about all of it, but I think I know some of it. There's a lot of great imagery in here. I'm going to ask him to explain this later, but there's a lot of great imagery in here. It seems as though it's almost like he was going through a storm at first. A storm and fighting off monsters and going through hell and war before he finally reached the summit of his destination and saw something beautiful at the end. The meaning exactly of what that is, I'm a bit lost on, but I know it's beautiful because of how he described it. We went from things like mired monsters mushing through pits and rifles and haunted spits to things like butterflies, bats, and blue jays, honeysuckle hummingbirds, seeds planted with feathers. So I know we definitely went on a hellish journey, and whatever we got at the end of it, it's paid off. But it was really beautifully written, and the imagery was very, very vivid. Even though I'm not the greatest at deciphering you on the first read.
No, you did great. Thank you.
Sorry, Sawa.
Yes, I think I agree with Mocha. I see it's almost Garnet wind. The wind took him to places with his wing, looking on his author note, I want to be light and I want to be improbable, beautiful, and afraid of nothing. So fearless here. The wing, he was not afraid of anything, even to see death. And he passed all of this, I think, and things getting breeze up the Arctic. So just very, very abstract. Butterflies.
Yeah, I think this is the most abstract I've ever read one.
And I think the images are really beautiful, but I think you see beautiful things and tiptoe on the mountain peaks. You just see when you go up in the, that's me, I don't know, when I'm up in the nature, you feel like you're free of everything in nature. Nothing holds you. You're just there, flying. That's what I see here. I don't know.
No, you guys are actually doing very good in these interpretations. Thank you.
I have thoughts.
Boston.
You're welcome.
Okay, I feel like we went to Disneyland, and we got into that. We stood in line for a long time, and went wrapped around, and then we go inside and we lay down on one of those things that it's like an area, like you're laying back, and the whole ceiling is imagery. And so he just took us on this humongous of all the things that he thinks is beautiful or he wants to see. And so we were just flying free in his mind because he wants to be the light and frolicsome and probable, beautiful, afraid of nothing as though he had wings. So he just flew. There was no, and I'm going to say no rhyme or reason, but he just flew and looked around, and all these things are popping in his mind, and all this beauty, things that bring him happiness and light, I would say, and just the imagery. So to me, we were in a ride at Disneyland.
Thank you, B. Yeah, you guys are all getting it. All of it together. Excellent job.
Mama Chi, were you in Disneyland?
Okay, I'm looking at a whole lot of crystals going on with this garnet, and there's garnet going on, and the color of the moon, and the breezes. I like the touch of the kaleidoscope, because that's a beautiful rainbow of colors. The kaleidoscope runway bursts thunder with no cloud. Fields of garnet arises. But garnet is a beautiful red ruby color. It's absolutely a beautiful red. It's deep, similar to a blood red crystal stone. And let's see, and the butterflies, the bats, wrapped around the imagination of a fictitious place. It sounds like a creation of a world that is of the norm to this being of the garnet wing. How'd I do?
Yeah, all of you, are putting it together. This is everybody's got a great interpretation, and it builds the whole picture together. So yeah, you guys are all doing great.
Why garnet, Jay? I'm just curious.
You see the color of this beautiful crystal, and then it would all make sense.
I got a comment.
Okay. Rocky Wayne.
So do I.
Well, the garnet is the stone that you see in that picture. That particular color of that sky is close to the dome.
Wayne.
Yes, this is a wonderful poem. JECA is a winged beast to be reckoned with, and then the person at the point he gets captured, he gets shot, he scratches his knees up when he falls to earth, and then he gets captured. He's not something you want to capture, because when he was captured, he had the sky turned dim, There was no light for the pearl moon. And the sky turned to gray. The stars got dim, and the sky turned to better gray. He's a bad beast to be captured, and when he got away, at the end of it, he was flying off into the Neverland. And he was happy again and free again. Is what I got out of the poem. I don't know if it's right or not, but that's what I got out of the poem. And I think it's a great poem.
I appreciate it, Wayne. Thank you.
And David.
Could I comment on this? Yeah, thank you, Boo. Thank you. To me, well, I know that some of Jay's background, and to me, it's kind of a story about being in war and seeing the worst parts of it, and then coming back to life and reality, and seeing all the beauty in it, and that's kind of what I got out of it. The descriptions and the music and stuff that went along with the poetry was remarkable, and I don't know if I'm 1,000 light years off or not, but that's kind of what I took out of it. I remember when I came back from Korea back to the States, I was over there for a year, and I was just elated, and it was just the dumbest shit, like looking at an American garbage truck was cool because, all of the stuff over in Korea was so much different. And so I don't know. I really like this, Jeff, that you did a hell of a job of writing and putting your feelings into this. It was really well done. So
I appreciate that. I really greatly do. And I see we got Silk back.
Oh, so did you happen to hear this poem, or
I don't have the greatest signal, but I heard the poem. I really dug it, and like Titus was saying on the board there, about this kind of sound like a dedication to military. So I agree too, because I really got a big feeling of kind of especially like a Navy feeling. I was saying on the board there, like a lot of it read to me like kind of being lost at sea, like in the dark kind of, but maybe under attack, or with the weather and the isolation there, and a lot of it also too spoke a lot of bit about battle, like Mocha was saying before I dropped, and I really dug it. Man, I saw the hope towards the end too. I thought it was a beautiful piece, and I thought it was a little bit abstract too, which I dig abstract because at least when it's done right. I mean, because it wasn't so abstract you couldn't like get a picture of what's going on or anything like that. But it was just that little touch of abstract that you still get the whole picture with, and I really dig that. Because some people go way too overboard with abstract, but to me, I thought you did great with that, and it's an awesome piece.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
There, you gonna tell them why Garnet?
What's that?
Is that everybody? Are you gonna tell them why Garnet?
Yeah. That's why I'm gonna ask him. He's gonna explain what Garnet means.
Well, Garnet is it has a lot of meanings, and it is. It's kind of like, I love what she says about it. The beautiful red. It can be many, many different colors, and that's the thing about garnet.
Yellow.
That's the thing about many stones. They have a beautiful, beautiful look to it, and everybody knows how much I love gemstones. So I wanted to go ahead and incorporate a gemstone into this poem in the way it is, and there is representation behind garnet, and I'll let people study that a little bit more. But thank you, everybody.
Because I see lapis lazuli, or you put lapis in there, but that lapis lazuli is the crystal that brings people together and dissolves conflict and strife. So I see lapis in there as well.
Oh, I love. Go ahead.
It used to be given to soldiers. They used to put it on their swords and their shields because it was said to protect them in battle and help their wounds heal faster. I thought that's why you put it.
I have a lot of meanings behind what I put everything. I appreciate what everybody says. You guys are absolutely awesome. I love people deciphering my my little hidden messages. So you guys are all incredible. And let me go ahead and put get our next poem. Wayne, can you grab Silk's poem, and we'll have Silk read next.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And like I said, everybody, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We got still a good number of poems left tonight, and we're looking forward to hearing more of them. I want to say hello to Titus out on the board. Hope you're feeling better, my friend, and getting better. And we'll be playing him here shortly as well. So, Silk, you are up.
Sure, and I apologize for the Steve Ray that's playing in the background here during my read here. I can't help that, but okay, this one's just kind of a vampire-y piece. It's of strings and the cutting up.
Okay, bye.
Can you guys not hear me?
No, it's poor Salwa's going to hide. She's afraid of it.
Oh, no, it's not that bad, Salwa. It's not that bad, I promise. But okay. It's not real gruesome. It's kind of like yeah. I mean, here we go. But such a pretty little thing with those murderous eyes. Those gallant young men never stood a chance. Dross swept away in your tide. They could never look deep enough to see the shattered shards that raged within your seas. Mistook that savage glint when you were bedded for a woman's fiery passion. You once said you wept with the first, wept in the blood, bitter tears of release, though once in my arms, you admitted you had really wept at your first taste of peace. Though I always knew it would come to the chopping block, such things usually do. A good thing for you, the cells had such easy locks. I had a sweeter death for you. Now the tune of my strings grows aged and frayed, though you used to dance upon them like a moth mesmerized by flame. When did you change? Was it the desolation, that damned pet? Did I not carefully piece you together, only to watch each stitch rip? You forgot I wasn't one of your playthings, so easily broken, led by the purse string. Still, it haunts the light of your irises, slowly fading when I felt the dagger pierce my ribs in the hot rush of your afterlife, from a throat torn in alacrity. I wept, the first taste of my own salt in millennia, cradling your final sighs, kissing you softly, a bloody goodbye.
Oh, Silk, this has such incredible emotion to it, and yeah, it really it was quite a story. Imagine if vampires actually got emotionally attached to those they take out. This would be it. This would be it. And I love that concept. It's kind of a unique concept, but there you go. You brought it forward, and I love the mental twisting in this, and the overall playing with the mind. What will this emotional roller coaster end up as? Wonderful job, Silk. Let me get a comment from Dave.
Well, thank you, JC.
Yeah, I really like this. Silk's a master of spinning these types of tales of vampires and such, and this was no different. This was really intriguing. Listening to him read it, I like the last stanza here. It says, "Still it haunts the light of your irises, slowly fading when I felt the dagger pierce my ribs." and the hot rush of your afterlife from a throat torn and alacrity. I wept the first taste of my own salt in millennia, cradling your final sighs, kissing you softly, a bloody goodbye. That's pretty cool. You know, it is really a dramatic type of poem. It's almost classical in its in its wording and its storyline. I thought you did a really good job with this, so I really liked it.
Oh, thank you, Dave. I really appreciate that, especially coming from somebody who writes awesome storylines themselves, and I always enjoy your storylines too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Wayne, what do you think?
I think it's a poem about a love that you could not tame, even a spell. After you brought her to your fold, you couldn't win hold her. I like when you asked her, was it the damn pit? That's one way to win a lady over, put her in a pit. But you put her together just to see her break the stitches loose and take off free again. So no way to tame this woman. I'll bet it's done. I'll put her back in the pit.
What is that? What is that?
She was rescued from a pit. I'll point out this is actually about a vampire coming across a woman who was a murderess who got off of murdering men, and he took an interest in her and made her a vampire, but then she mistakenly thought she could manipulate him and ended up having to kill her at the end. So
yeah.
So he rescued her from the pit.
It was a damn pit.
And all right, Mocha, your comment? Did we just lose Mocha again? Yeah, we did, didn't we? Oh well. Let's get a comment from Boo. Boo, what do you think about that? The button, Boo.
Scared
the
them.
button.
You scared them. I'm just kidding.
Oh, wasn't that scary? I hope.
I'm just kidding. I was joking. I was teasing.
Mm-hmm.
Boo, are you there? Okay. Let me get a comment then from Sal. Sal, go ahead.
I'm glad I said. I really thought there was a vampire, scary. I heard what you said, but I see something behind it when you said of string and the cutting off. It's like, yes, you see the manipulation. You once said you wept with the first, wept in the blood, bitter tears of relief, once in my arms. I think it has, I don't know, I feel like it's also could go with the relationship between people and how they can betray someone and can change the relation. That's not necessarily going this way, but that's what I see here. And then I had, where is it? When did you change? Was it the desolation that damped it? I did not carefully piece you together, only to watch each stitch rip. So it's like this kind of before and after, how she used to be and how she changed and how she's manipulating, and then the end is very powerful. That's what I see here, and it's almost saying goodbye for the final goodbye. This is where the string cuts. Well done.
All right, B, what do you think?
Well, thank you, Saul.
Yeah, I could envision. It's like she's either tied up or she's on the table or she's hanging from some chain. There's something going on there. And she's got this look like she's going to kill him, but ain't going to happen. And it's like he's got his cape and he's whipping it around and he's walking back and forth, and it's like he's interrogating her. So you thought you had this going on, little pretty thing. It's like with those murderous eyes. It's like, and so to me, it's just like he's just giving her time to think about the fact that she's going to be dying any minute now. And that bloody pit reminded me, what was the movie with my brain doesn't work anymore. Silence of the Lambs. I thought of that because in that one, it was my city one down there. Remember that one? Mm-hmm.
Put the lotion in the basket. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. I saw that pit.
In the basket.
Yeah. but to me, he's going through all the stuff, and it's like, you know, and that bloody kiss goodbye is like, I guess when you kiss them a second time or a third time is when they go to be a vampire. The first one just gives them some life, but the last one gives them death, right? Isn't that the way it goes?
Yeah, something like that.
It's something like that, right? It goes something like that, yeah. So, yeah, bloody goodbye. So that's what I saw, but I totally see him in total control of this. And here's this woman who thought she had it all going on, and I'm sorry to tell you, not this time, bitch. Sorry.
Oh, that's great.
Hi, Boston, you're funny.
Yeah,
funny,
exactly.
Hey, Wayne, can you go grab Boston's poem for us?
Sure can.
And we'll have Boston read next for us. So,
Okie dokie.
like I said, that was an incredible poem there. So, love that vampire reference. You always bring it. All right, B, you're up.
Okay, this one I woke up in the middle of the night, and the prompt was to get lost, and it's like wherever you are, it's called here. So it's kind of like listen to the trees, and the trees will talk to you. If you read the poem, it's sort of like that. So, of course, I called it Tangent's Trip Through an Open Can of Worms, Shortchanging an Orchestra of Long-Winded Crickets. Make sense?
Jesus.
Of course.
Yeah.
In my, they're like, me next. No, not yet. Okay, here we go. A chilly rain fell short on the slant of Shanty's puzzled roof. Battered boards led streams to buckle borders, overflowing the lean of bony gutters. While pickled patterns jammed corners with leaves hiding from the striker for a lightning rod or the gardener's gulping glove, watershed barrels waited for dampened skies to brigade buckets, planted in heaped piles of fallen leaves hung out to dry by Mother Nature's bosom through countless cheats. While musty textures circled rooted skids like scavengers facing yonder above a carpet of shriveling breadcrumbs, a distant wind carried the snap of brittle twigs, awakened the dragon under the vagrant weight of soldiers lining basement walls. Trailing water lines as squinting eyes struggled to find a quicksilver hint under November's liquored lunar skies. And poem.
Oh, there's something about this poem right here, and I always go back to the feel of people having different seasons in their lives. And this right here is that perfect feeling of autumn, you know, in a person's life where they had something that's absolutely beautiful in their lives, and all of a sudden things are just dying out and they can't hold on to it anymore. And it's just getting closer and closer to that time that they realize that the winter is going to come and it's going to hurt them real bad. But they don't, you know, they're almost in denial, and they're almost reaching back to that one time where they held on to those blue skies, and they held on to what was good, and they held on to what their hopes are. But ultimately, all this change is coming in so fast and so hurtful that it just it overloads them and kind of leaves them in a pit of despair. And I love this poem, but that's just me. That's just what I see. So
that's beautiful. I love your interpretation. That was great.
Chi, what do you think?
There's a lot of let's see. Well, I can see where the winter is coming in with the expression of the leaves. It says the pile of falling leaves hung out to dry by Mother Nature, bosom through the cloud. What's that? Tapes?
Heat. It's like breastfeeding. Like the earth is just dry, and it's just there's no milk, there's no nourishment.
almost like you are absolutely doing a description of November.
Mm-hmm.
And the changing of the seasons. That's what I'm getting.
Cool. Thank you.
Beautiful. And let me get a comment from Sella.
Yes, I love Boston's Right, and I'm happy she's back. I did kind of comment. You're welcome. I commented on this. I think I read it a while back. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I see there is a missing wild longing. A distant wind carried the snap of brittle, awakened the dragon under the stagnant weight of soldier leaving basement walls. I'm not sure if it's someone in particular, but I feel like that's where my mind took me. I might be wrong, but that's what I see. There is longing and missing under the rain when you can sleep in this under this chilly rain fell short the slant of. So that's what I see. And
awesome. Perfect.
What perfect. Okay,
yeah, it's there. That longing is definitely is there.
Okay, I'm glad I saw that. I love you, right?
And
I'm happy. I guess.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Of course, we need a comment from Wayne.
Yes, I think this is a wonderful poem about a lady that's laying there and she's hearing the storm come in and the weather's changing. She's hearing the weather come in and she starts going off in a daydream and dreaming about Mother Nature and all her wonders. And I wish I had two of what she's taken. It was a very good poem. Great job.
Thank you.
Excellent. Wayne, if you can go grab Angel's poem for us, and we'll get one more comment from Mocha on this. Mocha, what do you think?
I just got back, so I'm trying to read through it, and I don't really like to rush reading Boston's poems because she puts so much detail into them. I always read hers like 2-3 times and go through it like verse by verse to make sure that I don't miss anything. Because there's always a lot in these short verses that she does. But yes, I do see a sense of longing here for something, and a sense that something is missing, because it starts with a chilly rain falling short on the slant of the shanty's puzzle group, but also at the same point in time, there is something in her that's overflowing, and it's probably not something that she wants to be overflowing. It's almost like she feels like she's filled with the wrong thing. I don't know if that makes sense, or if it's even accurate.
It does make sense. It does. And as you guys are speaking, I'm also thinking like my muse and just like what my emotions are, and like how sometimes your emotions bleed through, you don't realize it. So I'm going to say you're right on. So keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can just do this quickly, verse by verse. While pickle pattered Jam's corners with leaves hiding from the strike of her lightning rod or gardener's gulping glove. Sounds like she's taking all of these negative emotions out on things that, she knows that she probably shouldn't be doing that too. And so she is filled with something, and she's definitely not filled with what she wants to be filled with. And that just makes her more and more upset that she's not getting that nourishment that she mentioned earlier that she needs, that nourishment of her soul, of maybe her muse. She misses someone and she's very upset. She can't see them. This is my whole summary of the poem. I'm sorry to make it sound so simple when I know it's probably not this simple.
Sometimes it's just that simple.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
And Wayne, I need Heavenly Angels poem.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Since we're here waiting on Wayne, Dave, I'll let you have a comment too.
Okay. Well, just looking at this poem, I'm with Mocha on this one. It's I have to really study Boz's poetry, because it's not difficult. It's just the way it's put together. It's almost like trying to analyze an Egyptian pyramid or something. All these stones are like words. They're positioned and precisely set up so that it tells a story. And I was looking at this picture in the background, and we don't know whether those kegs are full or empty. If they're empty, that's kind of telling on the person's mood at the time, I guess. I sound like a real amateur here trying to analyze this, but I don't know. It's really classy. I love the way Boz writes, and it's I always take something away from it, and this one was no different. She's a great writer, and she has a really good command of the language. I like the the fact that I get inspirations from reading her stuff, and I just did from this one too. So anyway, that's about all I can say for right now. Instead of I'm going to take this to study hall and look at it.
That's awesome.
Remember, it was in the middle of the night.
Yeah, okay, Boz.
Well, I think the person who's going to read this knows who's going to read it. Okay, Salwa?
Yes, for Heavy Angel, I'll be honored. Okay. Hey, Heavy Angel, blank canvas. Whenever winds carry the notes of our time across horizon's heart, a rainbow of remembrance shines in distance, also cast reflections on ocean mirror. With ambiance touched, time stands still, also rewinds, to take audience back to beginning where the poetry began, infused with fantasy, painstakingly stroked with detail. I want some kind of connection outside the circle of communication to bridge the emotion gap, felt like some many continents away. Tall crystals form and fall, while healing from carrying emotional baggage with a spirit, story never coming to proper end. The canvas was clean, yet memories to last. The last time remain embedded within and the form.
This is absolutely wonderful. And what I got to say about this one is, bottom line, when we share poetry, when we write poetry together, we come to a point where ultimately we create this incredible bond, a bond that goes beyond just words, and a bond that goes beyond emotion, but it goes into our souls, and it absolutely just, it severs us, it impales us, and I think that is the best way to describe it, is an impaling of the words into our soul, where they become part of who we are. There's greater bonds that can be built with poetry because how strong words are, and because words have the power of life and death. And I think that when you look at that and grab a hold of that concept, these words become so much more powerful. So incredible, right, Angel? Silk, what did you think about it?
Yeah, if I can hit mute and almost hang up, but I really enjoyed this whole. Yeah, I damn near hit that hang up button instead of mute. My phone was at a weird angle sitting here, but I dug this. To me, it really spoke about how we carry all of our past loves with us, I thought. And even though after after a while too. Even if the breakup was like terrible and was very painful at the time, I've noticed after time, I think time at least I'd say about 85% of my relationships anyway. Because there was a few that were super, super toxic that the breakup was, but but I'll say at least most of them, time kind of polishes away those sharp edges, and you only look back with fondness at the relationship after a while. At least that's been my experience. You kind of remember just the good times most of the time, and usually I'm pretty just grateful I had that experience. Looking back on most relationships that ended, even though I was in such pain. When they ended at the time, I don't really remember the pain. I just remember all the good times, and that's what this kind of spoke to me about. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Now let's talk to the person who's got close to 400 dates. That I don't know, Dave.
Yeah. You know, I just gave you guys a new chapter in that. You know. Fiasco. So anyway, I agree with what Silk was saying about this. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. You know, so if you're afraid about getting your feelings hurt, then you're never going to wind up with anybody. And time does have a way of dulling the pain and stuff. You know, it kind of depends on what sort of a person you are and how emotionally mature you are. If you hold grudges and and all that kind of crap, and you don't do any introspection on what you contributed to the breakup or whatever, then it's not going to do you any good. You're not going to remember any fond memories of it. There are always nice parts of any relationship. It doesn't matter how bad they were. There are always fun parts of it. And those are the parts that we should remember. You know, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We don't do things the way we should. We take shortcuts when we shouldn't, and that sort of thing. And, I don't know. To me, that's what this poem spoke of. I also agree with what you said about it, Jay. There's it's just, you can't, I don't know. Maybe I should just shut up while I'm ahead. But no, it was
I do it all the time.
I'm rambling now, anyhow, it was a wonderful poem, and that's it. I'm making a fool of myself, so I'm going to be quiet.
You're good, Dave. You're good. Bella, you read it. What did you think?
Oh, I really love this one. I love Angel's writing. She's a very emotional human being. And I like how she says, salt crystal form and fall while healing from carrying emotional baggage with her. It takes time to heal. And there's no bitterness here. It's just simply wishes. Even before that, she says, I want some connection, but apparently it didn't happen. And even after that, our story never coming to proper end. The canvas clean, yet memories to last a lifetime remain embedded within. It's so true. Each relationship, there is something that you keep there. Unfortunately, I have to say only the relations that are very abusive, you want to wipe them off you. Even if there is happy, there's something about it that you want to wipe because it brings so much pain. But other than that, I think it's really beautifully. Whenever winds carry the notes of our time, very, very emotional, like passionate. She's such a beautiful soul. I'm honored that I read her poem.
Awesome. Wayne, what do you think?
I think it's a lovely poem. I think in all our lives, as we live, we're painting a picture the whole time of our life. And we're painting, it's just like our life's a painting, and it shows our emotions and our sad, our happy times. And sometimes we want to wipe it clean and start over, but we can't. And this just tells about how the painting of your life is just a big painting on a canvas, and you like to wipe it clean, but you can't. And it shows a lot of emotion. You see all your emotions there, and it's there. And as a poet, you show your emotions with everybody who reads your poetry. and it's part of the painting of your life. I think it's been a painting. Your life's part of a painting. Great job.
Great comment, Wayne. Wayne, can you go grab Chi's poem, and I'm going to let Chi have the last comment on this.
Well, I do believe that this poem does a great explanation of relationships, because each and every person that comes into your life is either going to be a lesson or a blessing. Now, the most naive and vulnerable of us who go through relationship skills are the newcomers and the young ones. And the memories, most of the time when you have a memory of a past, in the corners of your mind, you find yourself automatically either looking left or right to the corner of your eyes to remember what went on and so forth. But each person that comes into our lives and relationships also teach us what we want and what we don't want in our lives. And we become masters if we pay attention to the type of people that we associate ourselves with, and we grow and learn how to be better choosers of people. And these memories help us remember.
What a wonderful, wonderful comment by Chi. And thank you, Angel, for bringing that amazing poem. Chi, I did not get the SoundCloud updated. Do you want to hold off? I'll upload the SoundCloud. I didn't even see you had it. Or do you want to just read it? Chi?
Well, it's just SoundCloud has music. I don't know if I can do it. And unless you want guys want to sit in and give me a beat.
Okay. Well, let me upload the SoundCloud then, and what we'll do is, Wayne, if you can go grab Robert's piece, and I will take care of the SoundCloud. If Dave, if you can read Robert's piece for us.
Yeah, I can.
Wayne's got to get it first. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it.
Excellent. Let me know when it's up, Wayne.
I don't see it yet.
He's getting it. I know he is.
There we go. Okay. Yep, I got it. Okay. This is Halloween Night in the Forest by Robert Oleski. I hope I said that right. Act 1. Lost in the woods on Halloween night. After a happy party with friends, walking back home late through the patch of a dark forest. The night was inky, pitch black, blood red moon pinpricked through the thick foliage, hanged between trees, limply flickered like a constipated beam of hopelessness. The cheerlessness, comfort of a dying candle flame, clumpy combs of wet moss dangled from the gloomy scrubs like poltergeist entrails. Twigs crunched under my feet on the moss-veiled trail. Something jumped ahead on the ground, right on top of my foot. Slimy black toads littered the path, almost stepped on one, and nervously bit my tongue. Vampiric taste of own blood was nauseating and vomit-inducing, felt like infected with an alien's toad pox. Enormous metallic vampire spiders clutched their steel-snared strings across trail. Webs shimmered like a mesh steel dipped in silver, waiting to feast on the bloated bodies, slurp on the hot blood. Strange creatures prowled under the thick thigh-thick creepers. A pungent tang oozed from every sentient being. Saw some glowing simian eyes through the daggers of sharp moss, swaying in murky thickets. Seemed like evil trolls, ogres, vampires lurking in the dark, night walkers stalking their prey. Suddenly spotted one approaching from the inky shadows, gleaming with cunning eyes, simmering with spate. Face was bestial, nicked and blotched, skin as pale as a winter's moon. Cast me lopsided grin and flexed his caveman shoulders. His smirk showed broken teeth, shaped like broken stalagmites. Carried a mace and a bludgeon in his monstrous hands. Flesh crept, veins froze over, the hair on my face rose like the hackles of a dog. Couldn't move, just stood there, closed my eyes. Silently screamed my lungs off, waiting. End of Act 1. Wow.
This is thriller night, and I got, this is absolutely. That's exactly what I thought of when I heard this for the first time. Is that this was like Thriller? We just went through a Michael Jackson video right here. And the entire video, and which was absolutely fantastic. I love the way that you brought this together, Robert. Thank you so much. Now, before we move on and get more comments, I want to welcome to the show a person who's going to be busy reading some stuff here, but come on, computer, get him in here. Raz, I know I see you. There you are. Hello, my friend. Oh, no, it didn't. It screwed up on me again.
Hello?
There you are, Raz. Gotcha.
Hey. How you doing, gang? It's your third-part anniversary special, Jay?
Yes, part 3. Part 3, my friend. Part 3. We're all over the place. And we just got done hearing Robert's poem read by Dave. So I'm going to be getting some comments for him. Wayne, what did you think of that poem?
Well, I think when we first started this party and we walked through the woods, you got scared to death of the black toads and the spiders and the moths hanging down, and he was scared before the monster even showed up. And when the monster did show up, it was an ugly monster indeed, broken teeth and as ugly as it can get. So I can see where this part 2 is going to be pretty good, pretty dramatic, and it's a good write. I enjoyed it. But it's scary. The first one was scary, but just having little creatures jumping all over the place. Great poem.
And let me see, Dave, you read it. What did you think?
Oh, well, I thought it was pretty dark. That's for sure. Jesus, background noise. Had a lot of atmosphere in it, and the storyline was really creepy but it was vivid, and it just I don't know. It was real different. I hadn't read anything quite like that before, and thought he did a really good job of putting his thoughts down and in that the way he did that. I thought it was really interesting.
Excellent comment. And let me get a comment from Boston. B, what do you think?
I lost the poem, so I'm going back to look for it. Me, I'm sorry, I'm on my phone. I went backwards, and then I went, oh, dang, I went too far back. But first he starts out, let me find it, dang it. To me, it's like he starts out with the whole ambiance. I don't get it. And then a few times he kind of wakes up like, dang it, there's something on my foot now, and, the combs and stuff. So it's like he's off on La La Land, and all of a sudden then he's like, oh, wait a minute, let me just get this thing out of my cheek. So I feel like we have moments of like, reality slipped in there, He definitely paints a picture with all kinds of gruesome stuff, and this wasn't quite the Disneyland ride, but it was one of sorts. You know, I don't do Halloweeny stuff, but for this reason probably, because there's all kinds of stuff in here that I don't think about. But yeah, I mean, like at the end, like the flesh cracked and things froze over, the hair on my neck rose, and then he ends with silently screamed my lungs off waiting. I'd be running. I would not be waiting. So
I tell you what, to me this is like Disneyland because bottom line is I was absolutely scared as hell of the Small World ride when I went through Disneyland as a kid. Those little puppets turning their heads and singing to me, "It's a small world after all," freaked me out and gave me nightmares for weeks. They scared the hell out of me. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I could just thinking about doing a haunted house, it makes me freak out. I would be freaking out with crap coming at me. No. No.
Oh, I know it.
I scream before things happen, and you be jumping, and there's no reason to jump. So I anticipate horror, and that's scary enough. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. And I'm going to get one last comment from Chi. Well, Wayne, you go grab. Let's see. Why don't you go grab Titus's poem for us? Oh wait. No, we said Chi's poem. We said Chi's poem next. I'm sorry, Chi, and then we're going to do Titus. So grab Chi's poem again
for you. I put it on the
No,
comments.
I got it. I got it, dear. I got it. Don't worry.
I think the gentleman did an excellent job. I got the visual graphics, you know, listening to the words, and you know that brings it into a state of not just thinking you're reading, but it you know, it enhances the 3D effect of. You know, I love horror, so this is right up my alley.
All right. Now, I'm going to play a little bit of a... All right, here we go. I got it right here.
Right now I'm doing good, I'm doing great. Some call it luck, some call it bless, some call it fate. But hold up, don't you sneeze and don't you move, let alone disturb this groove. Cause I know what goes out comes from within, and with the time comes a fixed space. So hold up, let's say what? This world is broken. Know whom to shout. Even the birds know when to fly south. Don't be a borderline fool with your mouth, because the tide will go in and come out. I say what? Say what? This world is ferocious. Look up.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Where is the line that I love? No one to move, no one to curse, no whom to shout, even birds know when to fly south. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, there's a time and a place for everything, and I love how you brought this forward. The production is just dynamite, and that ending. Remember that actions speak louder than words, and have a good dog day, and soar as high as the birds. That's right. Let's get some soaring. Let's get some flying. That's kind of what my poem was about too, was flight. And I really like that. Silk, what do you think about that? Hello, Silk. Are you on hold? Mute?
Shit, yeah, I had myself on mute. I was sitting here giving the best comment of my life, too, and damn. But no, I love the music she did here, and I love the way she sang to it. This is giving me some it's giving me like early '90s vibes from that kind of R&B music there. I can't think of the specific group right now, and I had it just a second ago too, and it just completely lost my tongue when I said it too when I was on mute, but I just completely lost it. But
we heard it.
I totally dug this. To me, this sounds like something you should be doing rap more often, or kind of a R&B thing. And you should check out it's just epic. I don't want to plug another group on the show here, but no, I was about to say something else, but no, this is great. I really enjoyed it.
Wonderful, wonderful comment. And Raz, what do you think?
Yeah, it definitely has a great vibe and tune. What you have with the words and that soundtrack, it takes you to a whole other verb of the verb.
And Wayne, what do you think?
Well, I think this is a good little rap poem with a lot of wisdom and positive vibes. I think everyone knows that life is life. Some is good, some is bad. Life is life and goes on, and we need to make the best out of it without going the way of sin and drugs. Because it's a very, very good message this morning. Good job.
Excellent comment, Wayne. If you can go grab Titus's poem for next, I'll get a comment from Dave.
I just wanted to say that I want you guys to know exactly how my voice sounds when I talk a lot. The doctor actually says because I'm so quiet all the time that I don't exercise my voice muscles. And I sound like this. But when I was doing studio work and things like that, it sounds a lot different. So, but I usually don't talk, and so what you're listening to now is me, my vocals when I'm relaxed and unexercised. So it's a different. People say, "Is that you, Chi?" And I'm like, "Yes." I used to be more vocally active, with working with music and stuff, and so it's different when the more I talk, the more it comes out. So you'll see the change, now that I'm back.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, she's got some pipes, folks. She can sing. Dave, what'd you think?
Well, I thought there was a lot of wisdom in this poem, and I really liked the way her voice sounded with the background. It was a really nice fit, and I thought it was produced really well, too. Just the right amount of background music didn't override her lovely voice or anything like that. And the message that I got from it was, people should know when to keep their mouth shut and, think about things before they do things, and that's kind of what I got out of it anyway. So, but it was really nice, and I liked it a lot.
Wonderful. And so we're going to go ahead and put Titus up next, and I do have the SoundCloud for this. So
I wanted to comment quickly.
Okay, so you may comment.
Yes, I'm happy that she's back. I agree with you, Dave. She just has so much wisdom and spirituality in her mind and her heart, and you have so much talent. Literally every line is just nothing but line of wisdom. Remind us not to watch what we say, to the action really what matters. So many. I don't have the poem in front of me now, but I truly love it. Well done.
Wonderful, wonderful. Back. And I'm kind of excited about this because this is the introduction for Earth Angels. And if anybody knows what Earth Angels is, it's a project that Titus is putting together with some amazing poets and his words about these poets. And I just love him to death for this. Salwa, you're one of the Earth Angels. I'm one of the Earth Angels. He's going to have a lot more people that are Earth Angels. Wayne, you're one of the Earth Angels. So we definitely have. I'm humbled by this. So here is his introduction to Earth Angels.
Introduction. Earth Angels. One other version can account for which Earth Angels has been truly inspired. It comes from the Bible, Genesis 9, verse 9 to 10. When God spoke to Noah, I now establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you, and with every living creature brought unto you, the birds and livestock, and all the wild animals, all those that came out of the ark with you, every living creature on earth. I establish my covenant with you. It is apparent, in fact, but impossible to bear allegiance with this tale, since the practicalities dwell upon the scrutiny of my soul worshipping my association, not with God, for it is spasmodic to say the least. It is not for me to explain the ark, other than the large volume, this book which you now hold. I feel it is a blessing from above. Interments such as these hail as soul relics. Metaphorically speaking, it holds valuable insight as would the ark from the olden days. It is hoped what will come out of it will enlighten you, since there is a species once of this earth to put me in this still frame. That apparent deluge, be it death. I would otherwise not have used the floods, but the wide open space above us, beyond the troposphere. There are ways in which divinity has reigned for millions of years, and so the same can be said that this is the sign of the covenant I have established between me and the life on this earth, whereas in Scripture a three-tiered level of the Hebrew cosmos is recreated. I can relatively speak to others in a way that I have lived to learn, and I have learned to live through immense pain and suffering. It is suffering I have managed to dispose of. Before a diagnosis could be found for my Addison's disease, there were seizures almost, which relative consultants and doctors call an acute Addisonian crisis. It is potentially a life-threatening condition that results from acute insufficiency of the adrenal hormone cortisol. Physiologic derangements that are unrelenting in ways it can weaken my whole being. I have to say there is very little I can do or say other than to implement the gift of love like you have never seen before. How sad then, when others die, that we would want to buy them flowers or say something beautiful about them other than while they are with us still. The fear for society has been COVID-19, The discord has brought untold chaos to our lives. We are also past caring, and I have missed, personally, the tiny interactions between strangers. I have chosen across the board a stark relation to what you might think the strength of every individual in this book is given a sensitive atonement spiritually. These are angels for the good of mankind, and I truly believe the sentiment of God be depicted by every kindness given. I am in two minds sitting on the fence, backing both sides. It is not for me to judge, rather sensibly to nudge you to make a little effort on your part, to make this world a better place.
Wow.
Yeah, I love this. I love this. He has reached in and created kind of a legacy. And it's not just a legacy for himself, it's a legacy for each of us. That he truly is just planting this seed that's going to be an eternal garden. And that's about the best way I can say it. I love this. I love the whole project. I love everything he's doing about it. And I think it's just gorgeous. Salwa, please comment.
Oh, I'm really in awe, and I really mean it. It moved me deeply. There's so much I can really say, speaking for an hour. First of all, I'm sorry about your suffering, and this is an awareness about it as well. And it's true, when people suffer, they have two choices, either like be miserable and make everyone miserable, or actually spread love, and that's what you choose to do. And another point that you also mentioned, that when people die, we offer them flowers. Why don't we do this now before they are gone? There's so many, and I truly appreciate also, like Lucia said in the beginning, how much you wrote about each one of us. I wish I'm a great writer like you, because I wish I could write your tribute, but I can't because I don't have your skills. I will write one simple from my house. But I really appreciate it's just the introduction and how it's spirited. That's a gift from God. Everyone, God gives us so many gifts. We just look inside of us. Each one of us have a gift. And your gift here, you're using it to really spread love and teach people lessons. I really will actually going to commend this for the front page. Really well written, beautifully read, moved me deeply. I'm so humbled by your kindness.
And I want to say that it was an honor to write for his contest for him and his wife. I really appreciate you, brother. And that's not lip service. That's the real deal. Another person who has written for Titus and who's been written about by Titus, Wayne.
Yes, this is the point where he ties everything together about the Earth Angels. He liked a whole lot of our fourth lives in it with his words that he wrote about us. And to have a poet like him to write about poets, other poets the way he does is totally amazing. I don't feel like I'm worthy, but I'll be eternally grateful for what he wrote about me. He's an Earth Angel for sure. And his insights and words are so eloquently used. It's wonderful. I'm down to get a copy of the book, and I put in there, I put P.S. It'd be nice to get it signed. Hint, hint. I like to
you
get a copy
got the
of the
book?
book.
It's already out? Is the book already out, Wayne?
I don't know. I don't think it is.
I don't think it's out yet. It's going to be out though. So he's still putting them together. So he's not done with his Earth Angel collection.
I can't wait to get a copy of it though.
Yeah, he is still putting it together. I know a few other people that he's planning on doing, so I think it's an awesome thing. Let me get a comment from B. Boston. What do you think?
Well, first, I just get mesmerized by his voice. It's just so soft and serene, and it just takes you on a quiet journey. And the introspection and just God's love, and it's like it's not my job to explain Noah's ark. It's like it's to love, and that's one thing the Bible tells us to do is to love. And if we just did that right now in this world, what a difference would be. And at the end, he asks you, he implores you. He's like, I sit on the fence, right? Let me get down here. It's not for me to judge the other fence, but I want you to know. I am in two minds, sitting on the fence and backing both sides. It is not for me to judge, rather sensibly to nudge you to make a little effort on your part to make this world a better place. And it kind of sums up this whole sentiment. And we're only here for a short time, and how you choose to be here can impact others, and in turn it blesses yourself. But he has a struggle and he has a medical condition, but yet he still chooses to move on and to find the light in the world and be a light. And I think that's what Earth Angels is all about, is for there to be more of them. And I love where he says how sad when others die, we want to buy them flowers, but why not do something while they're here, and older now, let's just say, and like I'm seeing more people pass, and it's just, I just lost a client friend, and I've done his wife's hair since 1984, and I had done his hair for a number of years, and he just passed from pancreatic cancer, and just a few days ago, and it's just so sad, and he was just a really special person and loving and giving, and now he's gone, that Earth Angel is gone and it's risen. So while we're here, I think we just need to take a moment and just be kind and shed the love and be thoughtful and considerate, and do less screaming and more loving and hugging, even if they're viral hugs or whatever. But I just think that time is too short and time is fleeting, and we don't have much time. I mean, I don't know how I got to the age I am, but it's just insanity, that time goes as fast as it does, and the world is in such a chaos right now. Everything is. And it'd be nice to have more people bring light to the table rather than hate.
Amen. Amen. I agree with you. I love that comment, B. That was incredible. I agree 100%. Wayne, if you can go grab Salwa's poem, and we're going to let Dave comment.
I can comment on that one.
You'll comment right after Dave, Chi. Dave, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was really an eye opener for me to hear him read this. I didn't know he had this affliction, and anyway, he's one of my favorite poets on the whole entire site. He has such a like B said, he has such a nice delivery, and the tone of his voice is really soothing and stuff. And I also have to agree with what Boz said about, let's do something nice for somebody you love. Don't wait till they're dead to give them flowers, I mean, there was a song and there was a line in one of the Doors poems that said, it's called The Unknown Soldier, and it said he has to be dead to be admired. That's applicable to a lot of things nowadays, and we need to, I said this earlier in the show, I'm seeing a lot more of this positive energy type of writing, and, what is this? This must have been the fourth or fifth poem that's been read tonight. It's been in this genre, and I think that's great. It doesn't hurt to tell somebody that they look nice, if they don't take it the right way, that's on them. It's not on us, everybody likes to be patted on the back once in a while, I'm going to run through this real fast as I can. I was in Walgreens the other day, and I saw this woman in there. She was, in her 50s, 55, I guess. She had really nice-looking hands, really pretty hands, nice long fingers. She took care of them. She had rings on them and stuff like that. And so when she was checking me out at the check stand, I told her that. I said, you really have beautiful hands. And she stopped what she was doing, and she looked at me, and she said, you really think so? And I said, yeah, I think so, you know. And she goes, well, my husband never told me that. And I felt like saying, well, shame on him, you know. But I didn't say that, but that's kind of what I thought. But, you know, I mean, you know, we have to be nice. We are our brother's keepers, you know.
It doesn't take much to make someone smile.
It's easy to do, you know, and even if you can't see their smile nowadays. But that doesn't mean we should stop trying either. So anyway, I thought this was a really well done poem, and it kind of reminds me of that early 50s rock and roll song called Earth Angel. So,
Excellent.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to get everybody in here everybody who's on the phone call, we're gonna get read, but we're kind of getting tight on time right now. Chi, I'm going to let you have a quick comment on this one, and then we will put Salwa's poem on the board.
Well, thank you. I think this whole idea of understanding earth angels, I had a tendency to speak about it during around 20 in ministry, and we spoke of the fact that the Scripture explains to us, it says, to watch ye, for ye entertain angels unawarely. Well, angels live in people. So those are the earth angels. And we have the Corinthians that explains in the 2 Corinthians, where it says, but you still have to be watchful, because it is the devil who disguises himself as an angel of light. And then we also have Hebrews, where it should explain that you will always know the person by their fruit, which means that their actions speak louder than words. And in it all, the fruitage of the Spirit in Galatians, we are commissioned to be as meek as lambs, but as cunning as wolves, because the fury of the devil is real. And so in this particular combination, we understand ourselves as all angels.
Excellent comment. And Wayne, I'm going to have you re-put Salwa's poem on the board.
I got it open, Jay.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank
All right,
you.
Salwa.
Thank you. Okay. Inside my endless mind, dans mes pensées infinies, lorsque le couchant des pétales sans bruit annonçait la nuit, le souffle du vent errait dans mes pensées infinies, fait pénètre des doux rêves jusqu'à une lueur d'une aube chatoyante à caresser mes yeux encore endormis. When the setting of petals and noise announced the night, the breath of the wind wandered in my endless mind, and gave birth to sweet dreams, with a glimmer of shimmering dawn, stroked my eyes still asleep, and the storm.
Oh, that's amazing. Amazing.
God.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Melts me.
Yeah.
This is so breathtaking. I'm like, wow, it just absolutely takes your breath away. Beautiful poem there. So I really, really just absolutely love it. And let me see if I can get a comment from Silk. Silk, what did you think about that?
Getting to hear Salwa speak French, English, and even throw in just a touch of Spanish there, I was just like melting. And I thought this was a beautiful piece. full of beautiful nature imagery. I know Sawa does the nature just very well, because I love the first stanza as well, especially like she threw in that touch of Spanish what I'm talking about, when the setting of petals, songs, noise announced the night, the breath of the wind wandered in my endless mind. Lovely.
Sorry to correct you, Lou. It's French. It's really French. The sense noise. It's not Spanish.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, songs. Is it I know a lot of those languages that kind of share similar words.
Right.
Is songs? Does that mean without in French as well as Spanish?
And as well as Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah. And what they call it? What the languages? I forgot. Oh my gosh, I'm getting
romantic languages.
Yeah, romantic languages. All of them have the same words.
I know they're all. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. Sorry. Thank you.
No, you're fine. I tried to learn Spanish a couple times, and it's hard to learn it when you don't have anybody to speak it with. So.
Yeah,
I'm learning Spanish too.
Right.
Here we go.
Maybe we'll have to work together. There we go.
Wonderful comments, everybody.
Thank you
and
so
Raz,
much
what do you think?
Oh, Raz is here. Hello, Raz.
Yeah, this of kind of emotional, spiritual tenderness. You have that dawn being all that's poking into your eyes when you're waking up in the morning.
Thank you so much, Raz.
Excellent comment. And let's get a comment from. Let me get a comment from Boston. Boston, what do you think about it?
I thought it was absolutely beautiful. To me, it's like I just said it's simply elegant in words lending the soft scent to its touch. Her, I mean, there's two stanzas, but it's like it just felt like we went on there was just much more there. And but the very last one, and gave birth to sweet dreams until a glimmer of shimmering dawn stroked my eyes still asleep. It's almost like I have a new grandbaby, but when you go in and they're sleeping and you just touch them, and it's just like that softness that's met, and it's just serene, it's beautiful, it's tender. All these emotions come out, and it's just tangible, just beautiful. And then the beginning with the setting of petals, sands, noise, announced the night. It's like, which is beautiful. It's announcing the night. And then the breath of wind wandered in my mind, endless mind. It's just, I don't know. It's just absolutely beautiful. You can just sit here and it's like sitting at the edge of the water and just, meditating on your words. It's just beautiful.
Well, thank you so much. Coming from a great poet like you, thank you so much.
Oh, no, I love it. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Let me get a comment from Dave, and then if you can grab Mocha's poem after this, Wayne. Dave.
Well, I thought, I'm here. Yeah, okay. This was beautiful. It doesn't surprise me that Saul was learning Spanish. Gee whiz, she can also speak Arabic and English and I don't know however many other ones. You're a linguist, my dear. Anyway, listen to Selma Reed. She makes it hard on us American guys. I mean, we get all worked up about the way she sounds. She has a beautiful voice, and I've said this to her 100 times since she's been on the show with me, that I could listen to her read a grocery list and enjoy it, in French or any other language for that matter. This is a beautiful poem. It addresses the picture really well, the banner picture, and I like this stanza. And gave birth to sweet dreams until a glimmer of shimmering dawn stroked my eyes still asleep. Sella has this nice proclivity to wind up her poems on a positive note. Might even start out a little gloomy at times, but she always turns it around. And this one here is beautiful from start to finish, as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, I know we're running short on time, so I won't blabber any longer. But you're one of my favorites, Sal. You really are. So
thank
well
you
done.
so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really humbled by it. Thank you.
Oh man. Where's Wayne? We just lost Wayne. This is Blog Talk. I'm going to tell you what, Blog Talk is being very difficult tonight, folks. And what I'm going to do right now is Blog Talk drop Boston.
Do you want me to help you until he comes back? I'd be glad.
Yeah, if you could. Why don't you grab Mocha's poem, if you could, for us?
Okay.
And
let me just find. Okay, here we go. Mocha. Probably going to beat me before I haven't done this for a while. Here we go. Find it. Oops. And go back.
Wayne needs to call back before we totally lose him. And here's the deal, guys. I want to give my thanks while Salwa is going to get there. I thank Dave, Wayne, Mocha, Silk, Chi, B, Salwa, Raz, all for calling. Angel, Robert, Titus on the board. Great to see each and every one of you guys. Thanks everybody who wrote for us. And here we go. Let's listen to a little Mocha.
Sacred Spaces by Mocha 868. Dawn calls forth a golden calcite sun, beckoning it with bird song. Yellow beryl beams shine through diamond glass and creep past crimson curtains, illuminating our little corner in an ametrine glow. The morning star peers down, finds us locked together, tantric twins, dizzy with the fascination. I curl up with the good book of you, fingertips thumbing through the diary pages, eyes feasting on your stories. Your Merlinite hands carve runes on my skin, scribble starlight crosses on my flesh. Sanctify me, kiss away the fairies' tears. Here there is only peace, nirvana, locked in the cathedral courts. In this kind of place, gunpowder is only used for fireworks. Kunzite dust is in the ashes of your cigarettes. And only the scent of magnolias pollutes the air. This space has no substitute or clone. This realm we reside in is purely our own. End poem.
Wow. Holy cow.
Poor Dave.
Amazing.
Yeah. This is a killer poem, folks. I love
big time.
Poem. You know that all the mentions of gemstones are just that, you know, like I said, I'm a sucker for gemstones, and the way she just brings them left and right. I'm not even going to name all the gemstones here, but my God, she just piled them on and created this wonderful image and story within some great passion. And I love the romance behind this. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Wonderful.
Yes, it is.
Amazing job, Mocha. I know she's listening in right now, so that was absolutely brilliant. She's going to hear what else say. B, what do you think about that one?
Was this the last poem of the night?
No, we might have a couple more. We'll do it.
All right. Well, I was going to say if it was a nice ending. That's all. It was a happy ending.
No, we got a couple more to do. So.
Sorry. Yeah, the fireworks was there. Lots of gunpowder, and it's like the scent of magnolias pollutes the air. It was amazing how she brought this all together, and I agree with you. All the gemstones, and her delivery was salivating. You know, ask Dave. Came on, he couldn't even hold his breath.
That's right.
It was absolutely, you know, it's like even she could be just saying, you know, the alphabet or read the newspaper and you'd be dripping. But it was beautiful, and slowness of it. You know, I was getting a little Bostonian anxiousness there, but she brought in the fireworks, so that was good for me, and the cigarettes. But it was beautiful. I love this space has no substitute or clone. It's just this realm we reside in is truly our own. And that idea alone, you know, like when you're with your lover, and isn't it the way it feels? It's like, you know, you're just in a space all of your own. So it was a beautiful piece. It was a beautiful dedication. And she gave us a peek in. So, yeah, it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love the colors.
Great comment. I'm not going to let Dave comment yet. We're going to let Chi comment first.
Oh, you turd.
Poor guy.
I'm watching at the bit. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, don't you feel sorry for me?
It gave me the impression of a very peaceful environment, too. It's almost like that saying, it's you and me against the world. Or what was that song that came out? Tonight's the night. Stay away from my window. Stay away from my back door. Disconnect the telephone lines. Things like that. It was beautiful. It was elegant. It's an excellent read. I loved it.
Great comment as well. Let me get a comment from Raz, not Dave.
Yeah, where the poet is describing appears to be an intimate place that only lovers would know. So, you know, as some other said, I think I want to love you like lovers do.
Great comment. And, of course, Dave, you get that last shot, brother. Tell me what you think.
Oh, this was great. You know, she's Mocha's got such a fantastic vocabulary. Holy cow. You know, it just blows me away, the words she comes up with. You know, I'm going to have to go look up a couple of them here, but I agree with a lot of what Bob said about it. But, you know, there's I love the music. The music was really sensual, and because I'm a guitar player, I love the way that the guitar was being instrumented into the music like that. You know, it makes you, it's soft, warm music, and it's sensual, and she has a really, really classy way of expressing that sensuality between a man and a woman all alone in their house, just loving each other. And, that's really what it's all about, And I like the background, the wallpaper that she used in the background too. That's pretty cool. But I like the story, where she's talking about, reading a book about this, about her lover, and she says, I curl up with the good book of you, fingertips thumbing through the diary pages, eyes feasting on your stories. That's cool. I would have never thought about, that, putting it that way. Your Merlinite hands, God, I don't even know what that word means. I'm going to have to look that up. Your Merlinite hands carved runes on my skin. Runes. That's cool. That's really neat. Sanctify me. Kiss away the fairies' tears. God, this is a powerful, powerful song. Or song. Well, it sounds like a song, but poem. Really well done. I'm just really impressed. I'm going to have to pat her on the back. Boy, I tell you what. This is just outstanding.
Merlinite is a mineral. It's a gemstone.
Okay.
And
thank you.
And let me tell you about those fairy tears. There is a place over in Virginia called Fairystone State Park, and they have what are called starlights. And what happens is when they are crossed, they're considered a fairy's tear. There is a legend behind that. And it's a wonderful thing to look up, and I think she did a great job of bringing that into it. I've been to Fairystone State Park many occasions and found many of the fairy stones up there, and I think it's just absolutely brilliant how she brought that into it. All right, I'm going to be running on my own here since we lost Selwa as well. Good night, Selwa. And Razzle Dazzle, are you ready to read your poem?
Yeah, I'm more than prepared.
Excellent.
Here's the poem.
You're up, my friend.
It's called Verdict. Folk psychology has its distorted monstrosities poking arms to the mantle and the dainty furnishing. Backdrop spirits of darkened blurs are stirring in the transparent foyer shadows. Simon said, toy talking back. The deck of bicycle cards is the luck of drawing. Hypothetical psychoregression. Digital mass of information forming of the ethereal nether, and out of the precipitation blue like smoldering dust, falling in neutron-lost particles, semi-autonomous defacement. I struggle to remember all the people's names because they'll never know mine. No one would, do you? The truth is sticking to perfect semantics. Ramshackle used cars, traffic flow, the Fortune 500 winners. Branches are all stuffed with the blood of the kings, being Babylon and the embroidery predilection. That I've been in Bernie's head with the immunity of error to misidentification of mine, who was in the Michael Myers mask, not settle, belonging to suit. The black robes had the secret society touch of red rings presenting a circle of blood. Pink and purple blended plasma discharged loosening bolt leaden outlines the centrifugal roller blind. Sweat from lactose intolerant tear ducts, food dye stains, the accelerated 5 minutes in a few seconds is a survivor's guilt dying of Henry Miller, chugging up a shoe polish bottle, varnish quality, count, quantity. New America, the old one's here, same old same with the job-related diseases and the data work shift. Call me earthling, but the inverse earth proposed is non-versed. Alpha Centauri considered, the subject matter light years away of general relevance. Losing Virginia, a lie at the wedding altar, disclosed to the naked blouse. Next we'll be losing Ohio when it comes to the surname of a woman. Program coordination designer with the poet's heart full of sentiment. The medium is for paying homage to the lost pan. Beethoven symphonies were used to sponsor Project Bluebeam. There are no congressional papers headed to presume operation status to current date. 2000 upload. The hardest trial is reaching the end of the white noise, the white light. I left my heart in San Antonio, Texas, but my mind is at Memphis, Tennessee. Clouds upheld and staring my feelings out of the spinal fluid, the alien vitriol drain. With a slain male, the next move to the unexpected power shortage. I accidentally burned the queen or the king of the twin-size mattress and the comfortable living space blanket. What's there to wash? A quantum burst can rip a hole of ionized sterility, tugging the iron chains in the Hudson River for the bodies to wave ashore. So, you know Rick Stern killed Lori Malik and can't be proven a murderer, accused of verdict, perjurer, and poem.
You know what? You are just a incredible mind, okay? You just give us all of this information, pile it up, unique pop culture and news and scientific and everything else imaginable, just to come up with that ending that sums it all up. I think that this is it's your brilliance. It's your madness, but your brilliance at the same time. And it shows how much of an artist you are. And when you go, you know Rick Stern killed Lori Malik and can't be proven the murderer, accuse the verdict, perjurer. Wow. You know, just to come up with something like that at the end, I think is just freaking brilliant, Raz. I really, really enjoyed how you did that because I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Chi, I'm going to let you comment first.
It's like if stepped inside of Raz's mind. Almost as if there's a combination of things going on at the same time. But when he wraps up his ending, it all correlates together. But you absolutely do have to follow his breadcrumbs. And his meaning is real. It's absolutely authentic. As you have your own style, there's no man on earth that could copy it. And I tip my hat to you.
Thank you very much, man.
And Dave, what do you think?
Well, I have no idea what this poem is about. That doesn't mean I didn't like it. You know, it's Raz has a really unique way of like you said, giving us bits and pieces of the news and society and that stuff, and I don't pay any attention to that. So a lot of the stuff that he talks about, I'm ignorant of. You know, and I apologize for not being able to make a better comment on this poem. You know, it's just something that's kind of over my head. But I like the way he puts things, and it shows some thought and some thinking, and I appreciate that. You know, it doesn't matter what you're talking about; it's effort, and I appreciate effort. And he has a real talent for expressing himself like this. One question I do have is this Lori Malik, is she the one that was killed on that Hollywood set? I thought Alec Baldwin did something like that, but
no, Alec Baldwin killed his director Hyla Hutchins accidentally through one of the props.
Yeah,
that's all.
Okay, so
Lori Malik and Rick Stern. It's just part of the poem as to how you have people who actually get away with murder.
So I'm not familiar with either one of those two. So it shows you how ignorant I am. But wow, Yeah, I know people get away with murder nowadays. It's a fact, and but I did like your poem, Raz. I always like your stuff, man. I just don't understand most of it, is all. Huh?
Yeah, no, that's completely understandable. Okay, we're in overtime, folks, and what I want to do is I want to definitely get Wayne's, and I want to get a couple more of these pieces that we missed for the show, but we're going to go ahead and get Wayne's up right now because I do not want to miss this one again. And luckily, we do have the SoundCloud for Wayne, which I'm happy about. Let me see. Where is that poem by Wayne? Oh, I'm totally missing it. My brain is not working. Dave? Oh, Curse. He said this is his second highest auto rank on his site, on his page. So here we go with Wayne, Curse the Mosaic Mummy.
I've heard this one before.
This is called Curse of the Mosaic Mummy. Catching curse of the pharaohs from broken tomb lid. Assassinating amputee applauds escaping pyramid. Commanding spells crawls from sand-covered canvas. Wearing tassels, satin ribbons, nail skirts on surface. Tossing stone stairs like trinkets, whispering men weep. Guarding mummies, shadowed sword, sharpened to keep. Calling beveled bees, barbed bats, and bubbled blackbirds. Wooded webs of wicked wounded walls, of whirlwind herds. Prism of torch flames, lit alleyway for Egyptian ambassador. Venom dart of dimpled death, dotted dwelling door. Molded marble mass mummy, Manus marched to men. Sheltered skipper scalded, scalloped, and spiked to end. Patches of perfume puddles, poisonous to puppeteer people. Porcelainized passway panels, packed with powdered pebble. Ebony eraser eyes, ignites Earth's emerald enemy's kingdom. Cadmium-colored chrome cleaver catches crevice of cerebellum. Satan stands and stares while scarlet stained stream surrogates shore. Molded metallic muscle machinery of men marches no more. In.
First of all, I want to say how this is incredibly put together. The alliterations are fantastic in it, and I can see why it has such a high auto rank. He did such an incredible job on this one, just absolutely freaking brilliant. I love it, love it. Great job, Wayne. And we're going to finish with this poem. Let me get the last comments. Raz, go ahead.
Yeah, there's plenty here to say if that one mummy's curse can down